Le travail, ça fait exactement 15 ans que vous venez au Cameroun.
For instance, this decision comes to boost the rules which prohibit the circulation with certain banks in the business arena.
This measure is already functional here. At the entrance, we have security agents who take care of that.
Some inhabitants of Douala, however, wish that the decision should include other types of banks and be extended to other places.
I wish it should be implemented in other areas like cinema halls.
The major objective targeted by the governor's communique is security in all corners of the city.
The Debt Relief Development Program C2D has transformed the Bafoussam City Council with the construction of a compacted concrete road network that needs little or no maintenance works. The program has also improved on the living standards of the inhabitants of the West region. Kilan Dandifon reports.
The C2D program has constructed its West Capital Regional seat attached to the Bafoussam City Council for completed and ongoing projects whose list is long. Staff capacity building, rehabilitation of a 20-kilometer compact concrete municipal road network, construction of local follow-up headquarters, 17 toilets, 10 water kiosks, 83 solar lamp plates, public guard market squares, slaughter's lab, multi-purpose banquet hall, among others. Road rehabilitation is a center of attraction.
Les routes en béton sont des routes rigides et de par leur épaisseur sont d'autant durables, d'autant plus qu'après l'exécution, on n'a plus besoin d'entretien du tout.
Through AFOP, C2D has transformed the life of this poultry farmer, today with 4,000 chickens in 2 stalls.
Je suis sortie de la maison pour AFOP et je réussis à m'occuper de ma petite famille. Mes enfants vont à l'école, ils sont nourris, habillés et grâce à ce business.
In terms of capacity building and care of the forest in Cameroon, the impact is multifaceted.
La qualité de la formation qui est offerte, les effets qui se font ressentir au niveau de la qualité de la recherche qui est conduite par ce laboratoire, les effets qui se font sentir au niveau des services que le laboratoire rend à la communauté nationale et internationale.
The realizations of C2D in the West, like in other regions of Cameroon, are multi-dimensional.
Owners of small and medium-sized enterprises in the southwest and northwest regions will in the days ahead benefit assistance through a fruitful cooperation between the ILO and the Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Agency in order to boost their business activities. This was disclosed during the launching ceremony of the training and of trainees meeting in Boya. BrigadeAntiSardinard has the rest of that story.
The training of trainers activities for the program Start and Improve Your Business and other programs by the SME Promotion Agency aims to upgrade the standard of local enterprises. The one-week training kick-started in Boya for the promotion of SMEs in the southwest and northwest regions.
Is the sector giving opportunity to our youth in terms of job? Those who leave this seminar will go now and dispatch the knowledge that they receive to our youth.
Some of the challenges faced in the sector outlined by Eric Ewusi Mbongo, Deputy General Manager, APME, go to confirm what those in the sector face on the field.
Cameroonians don't consume our products. It makes us, we cannot meet up with sales and then solve our own problems in the company. Secondly, we don't have financiers.
As Mayor of Boya Council, Barrister David Namanga confirms it is a golden opportunity that will benefit mostly those in local communities. The pilot projects in the southwest and northwest regions will boost the creation of SMEs.
Some 350 students selected from all over the country have benefited from study grants of 16.5 million CFA francs in the South region. The gesture is that of Senator Pierre-François Xavier Meunier Ondo, who is on its 7th edition of Academic Excellence Award to students of various social backgrounds. We have details with Lenise Jelly.
Some 350 students from all over the country have been granted scholarships worth 16.5 million francs CFA in the South region. Beneficiaries of this gesture have expressed their gratitude to Senator Pierre-François Xavier Meunier Ondo.
We are so grateful and we thank him for all those he has done for all the children of the South region.
The initiative started in 2014 with just 20 study grants worth 1 million francs CFA. Honorable Senator Pierre-François Xavier Meunier Ondo, together with his collaborators, have so far donated scholarships worth 64.7 million francs CFA to 1,294 students in 7 years.
We equally want the recipients of these scholarships to be performant in the studies.
The students have been called upon to make good use of their grants to produce quality results at the end of this academic year.
You're watching the 7:30 news on CRTV. Thank you. A consignment of school material, anti-COVID-19 kits and sportswear have been distributed to 81 schools in Bongé subdivision of the Southwest region. The gifts from the government of the Republic were handed over to happy recipients in Kumba. Yvonne Ngoyo Esame reports that the donation has motivated children to embrace studies in spite of separatist threats.
The consignment contained health kits to prevent the spread of coronavirus, jerseys and educational materials. During the ceremony at the Kumba City Council, it was announced that the items were purchased by the Bongé Council for about 20 million francs through what is known as the decentralization funds.
We are very grateful to the state. We are grateful to the Lord Mayor of Bongé Council. We are grateful to all the stakeholders of Memel and the Southwest for making things work.
For his part, the mayor of Bongé, Chief Daniel Mata Mokambe, said the donation will spur children to go back to school.
I encourage our children not to shy on their age to the class, because you go now to schools, you see people of class 3, very big, that it should have been even the period of graduating as having their first school certificate.
Mayor Daniel Mata Mokambe nevertheless used the occasion to urge the government of Cameroon to also tackle some of the infrastructural problems facing Bongé subdivision as a whole.
Students of the University of Chang have been exhorted to be disciplined and hard-working to keep the flag of the citadel of learning floating high. The Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Roger Chafak, was speaking in Chang during the solemn reopening, which also saw the award of certificates to some students and rewards to some teachers. Chetembuk reports from Bafusam.
The Amphitheatre 1000 of the University of Chang Center of Activities to mark the start of the 2020-2021 school year.
Last year we have produced a lot of interesting results as far as academic is concerned. If you look at the number of PhD theses that have been defended despite the pandemic.
Academic Excellence Awards against the last school year are handed out to deserving students, and a vision is explained to both greenhorns and old students.
University is a select institution. If you have ambition to have a bachelor degree, master degree, PhD degree, please, from level 1, start working.
Both must now live on campus with the realities of COVID-19. The solemnity of the event is crowned by the students taking an oath to uphold the values of the citadel of learning.
Former students of College Stolakono and College Villiers Kolme Banga in the Central Region have started mobilizing resources to assist their alma mater. The ex-students converged at SA this Saturday and carried out a number of activities as well as a football match. Details with Yannick Lema of CRTV Center.
These two institutions, College Stolakono and College Villiers Kolme Banga, are legendary with a lot in common. That is why they are now coming together to work as a team for the betterment of the two mythical schools.
Being together is the first step to build anything. If we are not together, it's not even important to imagine that we can build something or we can achieve any goal.
Happy to meet again after several years, the former students also used the gathering to call on their younger ones in these schools to be an example in the society.
We invite the young students now, the new people of that different college to keep in mind that you have to be an example inside the society.
Another high point of the meeting was the putting in place of mechanism to mobilize resources to assist their alma mater and help rebuild these institutions. The ceremony was crowned with a friendly football encounter that saw College Tower Akono in blue-red jersey beating those of College Brûlé in black by 2-1.
The wearing of face masks in public places will be mandatory until further notice.
In continuation of our tour to the different regions on our COVID-19 slot, we take you to the West region today, where there has been an increase in COVID-19 cases. Reports say the increase is also visible in secondary schools. Bodin Sama, in a video chat with Professor George Eno Orok, director of the Bafoussam Regional Hospital, examines the causes. Hello, Bodin Sama. You are standing by live, and I leave you to be with the director of the Regional Hospital in Bafoussam.
Good evening to you, Moki Edwin Kinzika. As announced yesterday, today a tour of the regions takes us to the west region of the country, where recently we had some cases of some students tested positive for COVID-19. We take you to meet our guest, Professor George Eno Orok. He is the director of the Bafoussam Regional Hospital, to give us the latest updates as concerns the coronavirus in that part of the country. Professor George Eno Orok, good evening.
Good evening, Badwin. Thank you for having me.
Tell us, Prof, at the level of the Bafoussam Regional Hospital, where rapid testing for the coronavirus is being carried out, what's the situation so far?
Well, the situation as concerns COVID-19 infection in the West region, and particularly in the Regional Hospital Bafoussam, what we have observed in the past 1.5 months is that there is a flare-up after the pandemic had plummeted to very comfortable levels 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where virtually for about 2 months we had no patient hospitalized. But like I said, in the past 1 month, we have had a flare-up with number of new positive cases increasing, number of hospitalized patients increasing, some very symptomatic and being under oxygen support. And unfortunately, we've registered a few deaths, in fact, 2-3 deaths in the past 3 weeks. And so the explanation is that the pandemic is having a second peak. There is a resurgence of the pandemic.
Well, finally, we had cases of some secondary school students in the west region of Cameroon who were tested positive for the coronavirus. What is the latest updates?
To answer your question and to summarize, students who were pupils who were tested positive in a school have been isolated. They are auto-confined at home and being followed up. None of them was that symptomatic to merit hospitalization. And hopefully in about 2 weeks, most of them would seroconvert and they will join the school community back.
Thank you so much, Professor George Eno Orok. You are the director for the Bafoussam Regional Hospital, for all those updates as concerns the coronavirus in the west region of Cameroon. Back to you, Moki Edwin Kinzika.
Thanks very much, Bodwin. Thanks for being there with the director of Regional Hospital in Bafoussam. Now, the Zomlos, the patriarchs of the central region, have carried out rituals to purify the land following vices like incest, enmity among families, and sexual activities that are contrary to the law of nature. Gathered in Gumo in the Mufu and Akono division, they concerted with the ancestors, then invoked them to unite families and youth. Emmanuel Vimnui has the details.
After a night of communion with the ancestors in the sacred forest, the Zomlos, patriarchs of the Central region, make their way out in a distinct parade. The Isani rhythm accompanies the custodians of tradition in their quest to preach virtue.
There's many situations where brothers are in conflict with brothers. Sometimes the conflicts end by assassinations, and when the bloods follow, they are obliged to make this kind of rituals.
The ancestors are angry. Violence here, incest there, and sexual practices which go against the law of nature are rampant. A sacrilege the Zomlos decry. Purification is needed, if not consequences abound. The patriarchs, Zomlos of the Central region, are using the Beti language to communicate the need for brotherly love, to prevent spilling human blood, and embrace virtues that bind and bring the youths to this reality.
Christians of the Yaoundé Archdiocese have commemorated the 85th anniversary of the consecration of the diocese to the Sacred Heart of Jesus with Francois Xavier Vogt as pioneer Archbishop. During the pontifical mass at the Mary Queen of the Apostle Minor Basilica in Volier, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Yaoundé, Jean Barga, enjoined the faithful to be devoted and confide in the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Yoti Kalelisonge has highlights of today's celebrations.
Onto a heart that beats for the Church, the Sacred Heart of Jesus, they channel their requests, praying to be cleansed as it remains their only hope for salvation. The Yaoundé Archdiocese of the Catholic Church is in celebration.
We came to commemorate the 85th anniversary of the consecration of our diocese to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
As a sign of a renewal of their faith, they break bread, after which the faithful go on a pilgrimage to a place dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
We hope that, according to the prayers, we will obtain many blessings for renew our lives, our families, and for renewing all Cameroon.
The anniversary consecration of the Sacred Heart of Jesus for the year ends with the start of the 2021 phase.
The remains of Colonel Paul-Claude Batuli have been laid to rest in his hometown, Mugwe, in the Ocean Division of the South region. The retired military officer who died on October 17 at the age of 84 was described at the burial ceremony this Saturday as an epitome of rigor, love, and hard work. Kilandandifon reports on yesterday's burial ceremony.
Saturday, November 21, South Region, precisely at Mokwe village near Lolodov. The remains of retired Colonel Paul-Claude Batuli finds rest forever, where he was born in 1936. Even at 84 years, separation with the family, friends, and other loved ones is still a painful sin, publicly made manifest. But to the religious authorities led by two renowned leaders, Monsignor Tony Bakot and the Archbishop of Crtv, Monsignor Damas Zinga Atangana, his death at 84 on October 17 is a cause for the celebration of the abundant grace of God, that is of life over death, with reference in Jeremiah 31, on the footsteps of Jesus Christ. The family celebrates in many dimensions, among them the legacy he left for them.
La rigueur, le travail, l'amour. Mon père nous a donné tout.
My father has bequeathed rigor, hard work, and loan to us. He told us that he held on to life to make us stay together.
The late colonel was the fourth batch of the 1963-1965 students in the prestigious Officers Military Training Coquedam Center in France, revisited at the burial ceremony by Major General in the second section, Pierre Semenge, pioneer Cameroonian in the center.
Cameroon's new ambassador to Equatorial Guinea has presented his letters of credence to the neighboring state's President Teodoro Obiang Basoga. Desiree Jean Owono Mengele presented his letters at the Equatorial Guinean Presidential Palace in Malabo. Charles Ebune has updates.
Thursday at midday, November 19 this year, Cameroon's new ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary to Equatorial Guinea, formally hands his letters of credence to Equatorial Guinean president. At the presidential palace, the ceremony holds at the ambassador's room for Teodoro Biange Mambazogo to receive Desiree Jean Uwono Mengele, who replaces Lazare Poembala as Cameroon's ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary to the Republic of Equatorial Guinea. This is followed by an audience between the president of Equatorial Guinea and the top Cameroonian diplomat to review cooperation between Yaoundé and Malabo. The Equatorial Guinean leader is assisted by his Foreign Affairs and Cooperation Minister, and the Cameroonian delegation leaves the Equatorial Guinean presidential palace after signing the Golden Book.
And that ends the 7:30 news on CRTV. Join Lucrece Mebenga in exactly 30 minutes from now for the news in the French language. I am Moki Edwin Kinzika Yaoundé. Thank you for watching.
In this connection, we should avoid stigmatizing